Hi everyone! Welcome to this week's video of Disney's Fireside Chat. Sorry we had a 2-week gap in our video, but life has been a bit of an adventure lately, hasn't it? Over the next month, we're going to provide you an overview of each one of the Walt Disney World theme parks. This video in particular, we're going to take and talk about everything that you need to know as it pertains to Magic Kingdom.
1, 2, 3, action! Action! Action!
The shirt that I'm wearing this week is probably my most favorite shirt. Teresa actually made this for me back in September of last year for our surprise trip for the girls to go to Walt Disney World. And I would say out of all of the shirts, this is probably the one I get the most comments on, smiles, and nods of endearment from other parents that have experienced a Walt Disney World trip. So as you can see, it says most expensive day ever, and this accompanies the shirts that the girls wear that says best day ever. Magic Kingdom opened in 1971 and is the first of the 4 theme parks at the Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. The layout and theming is based upon Disneyland, California, but the center icon is going to be Cinderella's castle versus being Sleeping Beauty's castle. The park is the busiest of the 4 parks with over 20 million visitors each year, and this is the iconic Disney World park that people think of when they think of Disney in Florida. Themed areas in the Magic Kingdom include Main Street USA, Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square, Fantasyland, and Tomorrowland. The first themed area as you approach Magic Kingdom is going to be Main Street USA. In fact, you actually are approached by a train station that is elevated, and you walk underneath of the train tracks or underneath of the train station in order to take and get into the Magic Kingdom theme park. And as you're walking past or underneath of those train tracks, you're actually walking past posters that are going to be show posters or movie posters for the different attractions throughout the Magic Kingdom theme park. This is the main entrance into the park, and then Main Street USA is just beyond that main entrance, which has the decor of early 20th century small town America, inspired by Walt Disney's childhood. There are restaurants, shops, guest relations, and character meet and greets in this area of the park. Adventureland represents the mystery and exploring of foreign lands. It is themed to resemble the remote jungles of Africa, Asia, the Middle East, South America, and the South Pacific, with an extension resembling the Caribbean town square. It contains classic attractions such as the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Jungle Cruise, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, the Swiss Family Treehouse, and the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. In Frontierland, guests can relive the American Old West, from romanticized cowboys and Native Americans to exploring the mysteries of rivers of America. It contains classic attractions such as Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Splash Mountain, Tom Sawyer's Island, and Country Bear Jamboree. Liberty Square is going to be the smallest themed area at Magic Kingdom, and it's inspired by colonial American town set during the American Revolution. Liberty Square is home to such attractions as the Liberty Bell Riverboat, Haunted Mansion, the Hall of Presidents, and the Muppets Present Great Moments in American History. Fantasyland is the largest area at Magic Kingdom. It is themed in a medieval fair, carnival style, and in the words of Walt Disney, Fantasyland is dedicated to the young at heart and to those who believe that when you wish upon a star, your dreams can come true. There are also sub-areas themed to both Beauty and the Beast and Tangled, The Little Mermaid, and Storybook Circus with Dumbo theming. Attractions in this area include It's a Small World, Peter Pan's Flight, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Mickey's Filar Magic, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train Roller Coaster, Enchanted Tales with Belle, the Barnstormer Roller Coaster, Dumbo Flying Elephants, and Under the Sea with Little Mermaid, including the Prince Charming Regal Carousel and Mad Tea Party Teacups. Tomorrowland is set in an intergalactic city, a concept of the future as seen from around the 1950s, including rockets, UFOs, robots, and etc. Classic attractions in this area include Space Mountain, Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress, Astro Orbiter, Tomorrowland Transit Authority's People Mover, the Tomorrowland Speedway, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, and Monsters Incorporated Laugh Floor. There's going to be one new attraction that is coming to this park by 2021, which will be the 50th anniversary for Walt Disney World, which is going to be a new roller coaster built to resemble the Shanghai Disney's roller coaster called Tron Light Cycle Power Run. Magic Kingdom does have a total of 31 attractions, 3 of which are roller coasters, 6 of which are water rides, with 1 getting moderately wet, and then there are 25 attractions with no height requirements. And I would say out of that 25, there's probably about 22 that anyone could take and ride, including infants. Now, do please note that any ride that has a height requirement and you happen to have small children, you are able to experience a service that Disney has called Rider Switch. Rider Switch is where one adult will ride the ride with their children that are of the proper height, while the other adult waits with that child that cannot ride. Then, when finished, the other parent will switch, and up to 3 additional people, or the children that rode the ride before, can now take and ride that ride again through the Fast Pass line. At the Magic Kingdom, you are allowed to book up to 3 Fast Pass Plus reservations per person per day at this park. Now, please keep in mind that if you are staying on Walt Disney World Resort property, you can take and book these 60 days in advance. If you are not staying on Walt Disney World property, you can book these up to 30 days in advance. There are 31 food venues at the Magic Kingdom, including 3 character dining experiences. The first one is going to be Cinderella's Royal Table, and your characters are going to be princesses. It is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you do order from a menu. Average cost for adults is between $58 and $73, and then $36 to $43 for children, and this one does have tax and gratuity included. If you are on the Disney dining plan or the Disney's Deluxe dining plan, this is going to be 2 table service credits per person. Crystal Palace is another character dining experience that is at the end of Main Street on your way towards Adventureland. The characters there include Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, and Eeyore. It is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is buffet style, and your cost is anywhere between $34 to $45 for adults, and then $20 to $27 for children. It is 1 table service credit per person if you are on the dining plan or the Disney's Deluxe dining plan. The third and final character dining experience that currently exists within the Magic Kingdom is going to be Be Our Guest. So something to note here, though, is that for breakfast and lunch, it is considered to be a quick service dining experience. So it does require still suggested that you need to have reservations, but you're able to do quick service, order from a menu for breakfast and lunch. For dinner, it's a character dining experience, and this is the only place that you can actually do a meet and greet with Beast, and sometimes Belle does do the meet and greet there. The theming is based upon Beast's castle with the main ballroom. You have the West Wing, which was kind of like the library area, and then you also have the Rose Gallery, which is going to be Beast's room. It's very dark, very dreary, kind of loud because it does have a thunderstorm that's occurring in the background there. So if you have young children that are scared of the dark, I would highly recommend that they don't eat in this area. The main ballroom does get quite loud, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's multi-story windows of snow that's coming down. We personally like the West Wing. There are going to be statues in there of Belle and Beast dancing. It is quite a bit quieter, quite a bit more quaint. Average cost is $13 to $35 for adults and $8 to $14 for children. Again, breakfast and lunch are 1 quick service credit. And then up until July of this year, dinner will be 1 table service credit per person. Disney did just announce earlier this last week that the dinner dining experience, the character dining experience with Beast and possibly Belle, is going to increase from 1 table service credit to 2 table service credits per person. They are turning it into a signature dining experience similar to Cinderella's Castle. So more to come on that. One of the things that I do like best about Be Our Guest restaurant is that they do have the advanced menu ordering. So what this allows you to do is if you are there for breakfast or lunch, you can take and order your food up to 30 days in advance online. And then when you get there, you simply check in, they hand you a puck, and then you go to the register. They make sure that they charge your dining plan, or they charge your credit card or debit card or whatever you're taking and paying with for that dining experience, and then you're able to take and go sit down. This does speed up the process, I would say, by 15 minutes to 30 minutes by doing your advanced ordering versus having to take and stand in line to check in for your reservation, then stand in line to take and order your food, and then stand in line to take and pay for your food, and then you get to finally go sit down and get your food. We're able to be in and out of there in about 45 minutes when we take and we do the advanced ordering. Magic Kingdom is definitely going to be a shopper's delight. There are 43 locations where you can take and shop, including the Chapeau, which is on Main Street, USA, where you can take and get your Mickey ears embroidered with your name or some special name. They also have the Barber Shop down Main Street, USA, so if you have a need for a haircut, you can go ahead and take and get that done. at the barber shop. They also have the Bippity Boppity Boutique in the Cinderella's Castle. So if you have a princess or a prince that you want to have them get decked out in the Disney attire, there's different packages, and they are quite costly, but there's different packages where they can take and get Bippity Boppity Booped and get a bunch of glitter and stuff in their hair and get all princess beautifulness and dresses and such. Our girls have not done that yet, but we are planning on doing that in the next upcoming trips, potentially either this year or next year. And then they also take and have for your young lads, your young pirates, they have a Pirates League where they're able to get dressed up, and then they can take and have a sword fight with some of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Magic Kingdom does have a lot of transportation options to the park. In fact, if you're coming by vehicle, so if you are staying off resort and you are coming in by vehicle, you actually are required to take and park at the Ticket and Transportation Center, which is about a mile away from the Magic Kingdom entrance. Transportation options from this location include both a boat and a monorail. Also, the Disney Resort buses, so if you are staying on the Disney Resort and your resort has a bus, the bus queues are going to be the ones closest to the park. If you are staying at a Disney's Good Neighbor hotel, you do have your bus stops at the Ticket and Transportation Center. So what that means for you is that you get on a bus at your hotel, you ride it to the Ticket and Transportation Center, and then you take and ride a boat or a monorail from there to the Magic Kingdom, and then you have to go back to the Ticket and Transportation Center, get back on your bus, and go back to your hotel. If you're staying on Disney Resort property, you bypass the Ticket and Transportation Center and simply ride the bus from the Magic Kingdom back to your resort. There's also a walkway between the Magic Kingdom and the Contemporary Resort. There are boats that will bring you in from Disney's Fort Wilderness Campground, the Fort Wilderness Lodge, Contemporary Resort, Polynesian, as well as the Grand Floridian. You can go ahead and take and ride boats into the Magic Kingdom. As of fall of 2017, security checks in and around the Magic Kingdom have tightened down quite a bit, and frankly, I'm quite pleased with how serious Disney takes security. So if you are arriving through the Ticket and Transportation Center, riding the boat or the monorail, the security checks for you will occur at the Ticket and Transportation Center. If you're riding in on one of the boats from the Magic Kingdom area resorts, you do the security check right at those boat docks. If you are riding in on the bus from your resort, you get that at the main entrance. There's also a security check at the walkway to and from the Contemporary from the Magic Kingdom. And then also the monorail queues at both the Contemporary, Polynesian, as well as the Grand Floridian all have security checks in those resorts prior to taking and getting onto that transportation option. Now, security does include bag search, as well as guests are required to take and walk through the metal detector. So prior to this change, it was going to be random people that they would send through the metal detector, and now every single person does take and walk through those metal detectors. So my tip here is that as a large family, what we do is we place the children into the stroller, and I take the bag through the security line. So I take the bag through the bag search, and then my wife, the stroller with no bags underneath of it, and my children are able to take and go through the line with no bags. Bag search includes security looking through your bags for items that are prohibited, like weapons, selfie sticks, as well as alcohol. So any banned item at Disney World is going to be taken and removed from there. They do ask that you have all of your zipper pouches unzipped as you arrive, and then as they're searching, they take and zip all of those pouches back up for you. One of the things that may be disappointing for you if this is your first time going to Walt Disney World is that on the commercials you can see children walking hand in hand with Mickey or Minnie down Main Street USA, or they're riding on the rides with you. And in all actuality, that doesn't happen. Character experiences in the Magic Kingdom are very segmented processes where you get in a line, you meet the character, you get a photo with the character, they sign the book, you have some conversations with them potentially. Masked characters, they do not talk back to you with the exception of the talking Mickey. But the princesses, Mary Poppins, they will take and talk to you, and they're in character. And that's what's one of the neat things about Walt Disney World, is that the character and the cast members take being that character so important. Character experiences on Main Street USA include Talking Mickey and Tinkerbell, Snow White, Chip 'n Dale, and Pluto. Character experiences on Main Street USA include Talking Mickey, Tinkerbell, Snow White, Chip and Dale, and Pluto. In Liberty Square, you have Mary Poppins. In Adventureland, you have Jasmine and Aladdin, as well as some of the Pirates of the Caribbean. In Fantasyland, you have Peter Pan, the Evil Stepsister, Cinderella, Elena, Rapunzel, Gaston, Ariel, Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy. And then also in Tomorrowland, you have Stitch and Buzz Lightyear. Entertainment at Magic Kingdom includes praise, shows, fireworks, and special events. And so the first show that they have is the opening of the park at Cinderella's Castle, and they call it the Let the Magic Begin. As of last year, Magic Kingdom does open up an hour prior to the actual posted open time of the park, which allows guests to enter in through Main Street USA, get those iconic photos in front of Main Street USA or in front of the Cinderella's Castle, and then you're able to take and watch the opening show, which is called Let the Magic Begin, with Mickey, Minnie, as well as some of the Main Street USA characters. You also have Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair at Cinderella's Castle, and then lastly at Cinderella's Castle you have Move It, Shake It, Dance It, Play It, which is another show that they have. You also have Main Street Dapper Dans and characters that are set to the 1920s walking up and down Main Street in the morning. You also have Main Street vehicles that will transport guests from the entrance of the park down to Cinderella's Castle. They only run certain times of the day. You also have Main Street Marching Band that will walk up and down Main Street as well as kind of in the spoke area or the center area around Cinderella's Castle. At 3 p.m. each day, they have the Disney's Festival Fantasy Parade, which starts in Adventureland out by Splash Mountain and works its way through the park and ultimately ending at Main Street USA. At night, they do have the Happily Ever After fireworks and projection show, and depending on the time of the year, it will start at anywhere as early as 7 p.m. and go all the way into starting as late as 10 p.m. Special events at Magic Kingdom include the After Hours at Magic Kingdom from January to March, which allows you for $120 per person to enter the park at 7 p.m. and stay until 12 a.m. You also have the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which starts in the middle of August and ends at Halloween. And then lastly, you have the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which is usually from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. and it starts in the beginning of or the middle of November and ends through Christmas. I will tell you the special events do include special character meet and greets, special snacks, complimentary candy and cookies for the parties. There's also special shows, parades, and fireworks shows. And I'm going to do another video that goes into these parties in quite a bit of detail. But as you can see, this is going to be the flyer for the 2016 Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And we are planning on doing the Halloween party this year when we take and go for the adult-only trip in September. Other extra things that occur at Magic Kingdom, they have the Sorcerers of Mickey interactive game. And the way that this works is you enter in through Main Street USA, and you take and you sign up or register to be a Sorcerer of Mickey or Sorcerer of Magic Kingdom card player. And they hand you your package of cards, and then they hand you your map. And this map allows you to see where the different game experiences are throughout the park. This is actually something that is free. Not many people know about it, but it does go ahead and take and give you a free souvenir, as well as it does take and pass some time. And so this is something extra that they have there. Also, there are a ton of PhotoPass and Memory Maker photographers that are in and around the Magic Kingdom, including Main Street USA in front of Cinderella's Castle. You also have photo experiences on Jungle Cruise, Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Buzz Lightyear's Space Adventure, The Enchanted Tales with Belle, and then most other character meet and greets. They do have the PhotoPass photographers around there. So if this is your first time there, I would highly suggest you invest in the Memory Maker package, which allows you to download, I think it's up to 30 or 60 days after your trip, all of the photos that are taken for you. Also, as there is in any one of the theme parks as well as resort areas, there is complimentary Wi-Fi throughout the park, so you're able to take and use the My Disney experience to look at your fast passes, book dining reservations, look at your dining reservations, look at wait times for all the rides. So that is another extra that Disney has. And then lastly, all 4 of the theme parks, they do have something that's called the Baby Care Center, which includes private nursing rooms with rocking chairs, changing room with tables and a unisex bathroom, feeding areas with high chairs, kitchen with a microwave oven and a sink, a main room with a television, table, chairs, and sofa. It is air conditioned, And it also does have on-site shopping, including formula, baby food, juice, diapers, wipes, sunscreen, over-the-counter medications, and clothing for purchase. The Baby Care Center at the Magic Kingdom is located just behind the Crystal Palace. So again, that is on the end of Main Street on your way towards Adventureland. So thank you everyone for tuning in this week. Please, if you would like or give us a thumbs up and share this video. Also, if you would subscribe to our channel. Also, if you would comment below what is your favorite attraction or memory of the Magic Kingdom. And with that, thank you all very much and have a magical day.